Alright, good afternoon. Welcome everybody to Animal Kingdom. So, it's not raining today. It's a little overcast, but that probably should make things a little better. At least it won't be hot while we're here. Okay, so we stopped here because this is actually the first time we've actually seen this animal, even though the exhibit's been here for like forever. But he's either always inside something or hiding under a rock and we can't ever see him. But it's a Babirusa, and I wait for him to turn around because he's got horns on the front of his head that I want everybody to see. So we're just going to give it a minute and let him turn around so we can see the tusks on the front of him. Reminds me of the Lion King with Pumbaa. Okay, so it's classic. I'm over here, now he's going over there. So I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to go over there and record again. I'll be right back. Alright, so we've made our way to the other side. Now we can see all of his body except for his head because his head is hidden behind that tree stump. So we're going to just hang here for a minute and hopefully he'll peek his head out so we can see his horns on the front. But while we're waiting, the pretty little waterfall that's over there. Oh, there he is. Okay, so now we see his head. So now we can see the horns. So in all the years that I've come to Disney and Animal Kingdom, this is the first time that we've actually seen him. So he does look like Pumbaa.
He's got 4.
He's got 4.
Not Pumbaa only has 2. He's got 4.
Maybe he'll come a little closer. It's probably what I said before, though. He's going to go back to the other side now that I managed my way over here. Because that's usually
there he goes.
how that... Yep, see, like I said, I called it. There he goes. All right, well, we saw his body and we saw the horns.
Hello everyone, my name is Hannah. I'll be your safari guide. A few safety reminders before we get to the front. Please keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And please remain seated at all times. It does include my younger friends as well. If you look above your heads, there is an animal spotting guide. That's going to tell you what you might see out there. I can't guarantee everything on that list, but I still think we'll see quite a bit. Now we are making our way into the Little Aturi Forest. Animals do love to use their natural camouflage to blend in, so make sure you're keeping an eye out. Now over there to the right, towards the top left of the hill, there is an okapi. Sometimes they are a little bit harder to spot, and that's because their species is known to be super shy and timid. Now a lot of people think they're related to the zebra, and that's because of their stripes on their legs, but they're actually going to be the closest living relative to the giraffe, and we know that based off their skull structure. Now over there to the left, coming up, laying down there is a black rhino. And right here on the right, there is a saddlebill stork. Now those storks, they will communicate to each other by bristling their beaks. And that black rhino, they are a more solitary species, so that's why we'll find them hanging out on their own. Now saddlebill storks, they do have a 9-foot wide wingspan. That's going to be almost as wide as our safari canopy, but not quite. It looks like I can spot some bongo as well as greater kudu coming up on the left. Now bongo, they are going to be known as the ghosts of the forest, and their horns do help with that. They are going to be slanted backwards. That's going to help them sneak around the forest without being hurt. Now those greater kudu, they are going to be female, and we know that because they don't have any horns. We are now headed into the Safi River region, where animals spend most of their time in or around the water. So keep your eyes peeled for any bubbles, ripples, or even shadows beneath the water's surface. Now over there on the right are some pink-backed pelicans. They do get that name from their mating season. The patch on their back is going to turn pink, as well as a little spot on their beaks. That's going to kind of look like they're blushing. Also on the left is a Nile crocodile. And when fully grown, they can reach up to 16 feet long.
Yeah.
I do need everybody to remain fully seated. That does include my younger friends as well. And I can't cross this bridge until everybody is fully seated. Now, even though Nile crocs are the largest reptile species in Africa, they are going to be excellent parents. Whenever they have eggs, they will roll them around in their mouths to help not slip. Then when they do have those babies, they'll keep them in their mouths or even sometimes on their backs. That's going to help them stay protected from any nearby danger. Coming up on the right, we are going to pass by a baobab tree. Now they do look a little funny, and that's because they stay leafless 9 months out of the year. That is going to help them conserve water down in their trunks. Now animals do love these trees, and they'll do anything to get to that water. Sometimes they will even eat the bark. That baobab tree is also going to tell us that we're entering into the savanna. The savanna is going to be the largest part of the Harambe Reserve, and it is going to be home to many different animal species. It looks like there are some Hartman's mountain zebra up ahead. Now over to the left, there are some African painted dogs laying down by those tree logs. Now their coat patterns are going to be unique to each of them. Those coat patterns are also going to be unique to each individual and identifiable from miles away. And unlike domesticated dogs, they're only going to have 3 toes on each paw. Also on the left are some sable antelopes. And they do get that name from their coat color, and their horns are pointed backwards to keep them protected from any predators that may want to jump on them. It does look like I can spot a few baby zebra over here on the right. Now baby zebras, they are going to imprint on their mother's stripe patterns. That's going to help them identify her in a group, and a group of zebra is going to be called a dazzle. And if you look a little bit closer at their stripe patterns, you're going to notice thicker ones around their bottom. That's what tells us that they are Hartman's mountain zebra. Coming up on the right, those are going to be Ankole cattle. They are going to be the largest domesticated species on the reserve. Sometimes they're known as Watusi cattle, and that's just after the first people that domesticated them. Now their horns do have a honeycomb-like structure that is going to help with ventilation to cool their body temperatures down. That honeycomb-likeness also makes their horns pretty much weightless. There are some wildebeest over there on the right. They do like to sleep and lay in rows. They'll stay pointed in different directions as well. That helps them stay protected, but it also allows them to escape quickly without running into each other if they ever need. It looks like I can spot a Maasai giraffe coming up. Now we know this from their spots. They are going to have a more rough and jagged edge to them. Looks like there are 2 elands over there as well.
You mind your way.
Now, elands are going to be the largest species of antelope. They can grow to be 6 feet tall just at their shoulder. Now, giraffes really only average about 30 minutes of sleep each day. They're not going to do that all at one time either. Instead, they will take little power naps throughout the day, and they will stay standing up while doing so. Looks like we are approaching some downed trees, which is typically a good sign that elephants are around.
Okay.
A mandrill. It's kind of facing away from us. Mandrills are going to be the largest species of monkey. They also have a coloring on the bottom and it's going to get brighter as they get more excited. Yeah. It does look like there is an African elephant way back there. See a little bit. We can probably assume this is a male. That's because they are more solitary than the females, so sometimes we'll spot them hanging out on their own. And there is one more area where they like to hang out though, so we can head there next to see if we can spot any.
Single rider. Single rider. What's that guy? Does the Beyonce all the single riders?
We're now passing by some red clay. Elephants do love to eat it. It's going to act like a little multivitamin for them. Looks like there are some more elephants over there to the left, and way over there looks like there's even a baby elephant. Now, because of that baby, we are going to know that this is a female group that is formed by the females and the babies. Even though the males are more solitary, they're still going to form groups, and those are going to be called bachelor groups. Now, if there's ever a male baby, they'll stay with the female group until they're teenage years, and that's when they'll go off on their own or join a bachelor group. Be able to see that baby a little bit better from over here. Elephants do use their trunks for multiple purposes. It is going to help them eat, breathe, and drink water. We can see them carrying around their food sometimes, as well as reaching for it, or it might be a little bit farther away, but they can still get to it.
Oh my goodness.
Now, we do typically find elephants flapping their ears. It is an easy way for them to cool down, but they don't really need to worry too much about that right now. Now, as we finish rounding this turn, there are going to be greater flamingos on the left. They are going to be the largest species of flamingo. Now, it does take them about 2 years for them to develop that full pink color. And that's going to come from their diet of brine shrimp.
Kind of the same Asian shrimp.
Yeah.
How come I'm not turning pink?
You don't eat them as much of it
I'm
as
wearing
they
a pink
do.
shirt.
You are.
Is that good? Gotta Instead of just standing up and sleep on one leg.
Yeah, I can do that.
Now, a group of flamingo is going to be known as a flamboyance.
Yeah.
And it looks like there are going to be some white rhinos up ahead. They do love to hang out around this area, and that's because of that mud wallow on the left. It is going to help them stay cool, but it also acts like a natural sun protectant and bug repellent for them. They do have pretty poor eyesight, but their sense of smell and hearing is excellent. Looks like there are some more over there on the right. Now they are social with each other, so they will hang out in groups, and those are going to be called a crash.
Yeah.
It does look like there are some cheetahs hanging out towards that bottom left of the hill. They are going to be the fastest land animal. They can run 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. Unlike other larger cats, they are going to like to hunt during the day. They also don't necessarily roar. Instead, they may make other sounds that sound familiar to us. They may chirp like birds or even purr like house cats. It looks like I can already spot a lion. They do spend about 16 to 20 hours of their day sleeping and resting. So that's what we find them doing most of the time. They are going to be the most active around dusk at
Up
dawn.
on that rock. See your ears.
Mira, la leona
And I
está
guess-
ahí. Ahí, aquí.
Meow.
And whenever they roar, it can be heard up to 5 miles away. Maybe take a quick peek over here to the right. Those are going to be water bucks. They are going to be a shaggier antelope. And we're going to know they're females. That's because they don't have any horns.
Pobrecito, nadie los pesca.
He's chowing down.
Mira, ya están los rinocerontes blancos.
There's. Okay, I'm coming
Ya,
through
Rodrigo.
here.
tú verás, pues ya la-
I never seen. He's so pretty.
Wasn't it one time we read this? They were roaring.
Yeah.
Now it is known that male lions will stay back and protect the territory, and
He's
the
protecting his
while
rock.
the females go out and hunt.
He's protecting his rock.
Now, also on the left, there are some warthogs laying down. They do kind of blend in with the dirt, but they are all piled up right over there.
Yep.
Now, they are going to be some of the largest burrowing animals.
Ahí está
And
la
even though they have smaller legs, they can run 35 miles per hour. It's actually faster than a giraffe, and the same speed as a white rhino.
Mira, ya hay
You might be able to see them a little bit better from over here.
Mira, ahí están los jóvenes. ¿Dónde está?
But if you take a quick peek over there to the right, those are going to be ostrich eggs. They are going to be incredibly strong, and a dog human can stand on one without it breaking. And just one of those eggs is going to be about 3 pounds. That's the same equivalent of 2 dozen chicken eggs.
Yeah, chicken eggs.
That's how much older it
I do believe our warden friends here have some Nigerian dwarf goats. Despite their size, they are going to be fully grown. Their species is also known to be super playful and social.
Oh,
It is pretty common for farmers to keep goats as pets. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that we should. I don't think my mom would be too happy if I ever brought one home. Goats are going to be a great reminder for us to choose our pets wisely. We can do that in multiple ways. We can look into their vet care, their dietary needs, their energy levels, and even how much room they may need to comfortably live. Now, if you can't provide, that's going to be totally okay. You can still donate or volunteer at your local shelters and organizations. If that still isn't up your alley, you can be an advocate for any animal species out there in the world. A lot of them do need that these days. You can do that by checking out books at your local libraries, or even just a quick little Google search. There are also tons of pretty cool documentaries out there for you to watch as well. I am going to drop you off the same place where I picked you up, so that's where we're going to head now.
It's a fork in the road.
yeah.
Like was that a magic thing? Yeah.
Now, if you're looking for some more animals when you exit the safari, you can join our friends over at Gorilla Falls Exploration Trail. It is going to be to an immediate left when you exit the safari. You're already kind of in it when you do. Now, it does take about 15 to 20 minutes to walk through, but it is accessible by everyone. So you can take wheelchairs, scooters, strollers, anything you may need, and you can go as fast or as slow as you would like. And there you'll of course see some gorillas. See some naked mole rats. They have an aviary for some birds. They also have some zebra, okapi. They also have an underwater viewing area of some hippos. No, we didn't really see them very well. Now there is also Rafiki's Planet Watch. You have to take a little 5-minute train ride to head on over there. And it does run until 4:30. Now once you're over there, they do have some pretty cool insects, amphibians, and reptiles to look at. Now my favorite thing over there is their Animation Academy. They're going to walk you through all the steps on how to draw some of your favorite Disney characters. And they do give you pre-drawn lines on the pieces of paper, so it's really easy to follow along. Now we are getting a little bit closer to our dock, so if you have any personal items, now is a great time to start gathering them up. Also, if I have any Wilderness Explorers on board, you did just ride on Simba 1. It is going to go on page 14 of your Wilderness Explorers booklet. And how you get to that badge, you're going to take a right when you exit the safari. Head down that little path until you see that little gift shop. Take a left there. Follow that path, and there should be someone on the left there to help you out. Now, if you're trying to look at those gorillas, you can follow that same route. Sometimes you can see them a little bit better over there without having to walk through the whole trail. Now, I do hope you enjoyed your time on the safari. Feel free to come join us again. No two are ever going to be the same. Do hope you enjoy the rest of your day as well. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. I know it's not hot out there, but you can never be too hydrated. Now here on the reserve, we don't like to say goodbye. It's far too sad and far too final. So instead we say Clamarini, and that does mean to go well. So go well, go wild, and go have some fun out there.
Push it somewhere else.
Again, if you're on that right-hand side, please watch your hands, arms, feet, legs. Those doors are going to be opening. And watch your step as you exit. Walkerini, everyone.
It's right here.
Are you looking?
Mom, come look.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you.
It's okay.
My backpack.
That's all right.
Did you get to see him?
Yeah, I'm just watching my son.
Okay.
I'm just making sure he doesn't fall.
Ready?
He's such a little baby.
And the fact I him so cute.
Hey, you ready?
Bye-bye.
You love tigers?
This is what he's been asking for.
Tigers.
So that's the baby now. Let's go.
There you go. Stretching.
I see the baby
You
tiger.
see him stretching?
I is moving. It's rocking. What is going to Baby's looking.
Yeah.
Baby's looking.